Greetings, salutations, respect, and love, all for today in the Prog Corner as we explore a brand new album from Karfagen, the Ukraine's greatest prog export. Yeah, Karfagen or Karfagen. I really don't know how to pronounce it. I actually watched an interview with leader Antony Kalugin to try to figure it out, and he's like, well, whatever, however you want to pronounce it, it's all good. So it's Karfagen, whatever, man. I'm American. That's how it goes. This is their 18th album. What? 18th album, Messages from Afar. Second Nature. It follows Messages from Afar, First Contact, which came out in 2017. And then Kalugin, he operates under a lot of different nameplates. He put out a record by Sunchild called The Division of Illusion and Time, which was basically a part two of Messages from Afar in 2018. This guy puts out solo albums. He puts out albums as Sunchild, puts out albums as Hogwash, puts out albums as Antony Kalugin, puts out albums as AKPO. There's all kinds of product out there, and it's just so confusing because his last couple albums were like remakes of older albums, Birds and Dragons. So it's really confusing. This guy's discography is huge, and he goes by all those different names, and then he does remakes and stuff. It is a little bit confusing. Absolutely it is. But Antony Kalugin was my most valuable progger of 2023. I had Kimmo Porsti winning in 2021. Mike Portnoy won in 2022. But Antony Kalugin was my most valuable progger, my MVP for 2023. So let's take a look at his brand new album, Messages from Afar, Second Nature. Yeah, before we do that, let's take a look at who's playing on this. Antony Kalugin sings and he plays guitar, and he's mainly a keyboard player. I think all the keys you hear on this are from Antony. Two guitar players, the great Match Valechko, only on one song here. He's kind of like Antony's usual guitar player. He found a new guy, Dmitro Ignatov, plays on all the rest of the tracks. Just an amazing talent. I don't know where he finds these talented people. Couple guys on bass, Konstantin Oyaneko and Vladislav Karbovsky. On drums, Ivan Goritsky, who's been playing with Antony Kalugin for a while now. Jan Vedeman on sax, and you've got a couple of guest vocalists. Maria Panasenko sings on one song, and the big name here is Colin Bass from Camel, sings on one song also. There is a bonus disc, 3 additional songs, which are basically Dmitro Ignatov things, just showcases, showing off just his amazing skills and his talents. But let's run through the songs on here and why I'm so high on this new Karfagen album. I've always been a fan, but this one here is really, really solid. It starts out real intelligently with a song, with vocals, and Kalugin's voice sounds really, really good here. It got a little bit of like industrial keyboard sounds going on here. It's kind of a mid-tempo thing called Ride Your Dream, but I really like this track. A smart way to start the album with vocals. You know, you can't give you something to latch onto a little bit. There's a weird brass patch in this song, which Antony uses kind of throughout the album, which I actually do like. And then the song just like ends like really abruptly. It's kind of strange. Not sure I like the ending. The next song is 7.5 minutes long, called Fantasian, and this is an amazing instrumental. Love this song. If you're a fan of Happy the Man like I am, you're going to absolutely freak out over this, man. It sounds like Kit Watkins and Stanley Whitaker and Frank Wyatt and Rick Kennel are playing along on this track. It's just phenomenal. One of the better songs on the album. Next up is a shorter instrumental called November Blue. And this one here definitely is getting back into the Canterbury spell. A lot of the Karfagen albums of late have definitely been getting more into jazz rock, and that Canterbury kind of feel. And this song here is Exhibit A. Jan Vetterman's saxophone is all over this thing. It's a nice little track. I like it, but it sets you up for the best song on the album. And it's not even close. It's called Bond of Love. It's 7 minutes long. Starts with an acoustic guitar strumming F to E minor to G, then back to F. So it's a 3-chord progression. It sounds really great. Pixies used to do that all the time. Chord progressions in 3. Your ear wants it in 4. Right? You're waiting for that 4th chord, but it doesn't happen. It's just great. Maria Panasenko sings this track beautifully. And then just when you're getting used to the gorgeous female vocals and the beautiful guitar, all of a sudden it gets all heavy and hard and stuff, and you got like hair metal guitar squeals in the background in a Karfagen song. It's just completely unexpected. But then he takes you on a journey to a lot of different places, some jazz rock and some prog stuff in the middle. And you get spit out at the end with the full band playing, but that original vocal part comes back just fantastic. Really, really great. I love it. Love this track. Definitely a candidate for Song of the Year already here in March. Next up is Angora by Night. And this is the one song that Max Velechko gets to play on. The song starts out as an acoustic guitar piece, and then it kind of morphs into Antony's keyboard with some timpani in the background, giving it some, dynamics and some tension. It's actually a really cool little track. Next up is a short instrumental called Daybreak. It's under 4 minutes, so it's the shortest song on here. Starts out with piano. Actually kind of starts out like when ELP used to do the piano, bass, and drums, kind of like that piano trio thing. Kind of sounds like that a little bit, but then the synths and the sax kick in, and it morphs into just a regular jazz rock prog type of song. Dimitro kicks on a really tasty solo towards the end of this piece. Really great. Next up is the biggest surprise on the album. Yeah, I said Colin Bass from Camel shows up on here and sings, and this is his song. It's called Bright Little Star. It's 4 minutes long. It sounds a little like Camel, but it's just amazing, man. I love this track. It's catchy. The melody sticks in your ear. And this is what I want from Antony Kalugin. More songs like this that you actually can remember. His music is so great, but a lot of times I'm like, I don't know the name of that song. I don't know the name of that song. The albums start blending in together too. This is one of those tracks you are not going to forget. You're going to remember it forever. It's just so great. There's a little bass guitar breakdown in the middle that's just amazing. And then when you kind of think you figured the whole thing out, it ends, the song's in A, but it ends on a B flat. So it's just like, huh? What? What's going on there? Very cool. Next up is the longest track on the album called Searching for Mr. Kite. It's 11 minutes long, and it's just a cool prog instrumental. Goes in a million different directions. It's definitely the proggiest song on here. It's primarily an F throughout this thing, and I just love how when Antony Kalugin plays with some Slavic themes, there's some like Russian sounding things going on here. It's just great, like, Dance of the Soldiers or something like that. It's playful. It's up-tempo. Lots of that brass patch, again, that Antony Kalugin's using throughout this record. The song's atmospheric, but it's super energetic, really memorable, and just a phenomenal song. And the album ends with a little aperitif, a little, after dinner cocktail, if you will, just to, refresh the palate, and the title track, Second Nature. This is the shortest song on the album. I said the Daybreak was. This thing's only like 2.5 minutes long, so I was wrong again. I'm wrong about a lot of stuff. You know how that goes. It's the prog corner, man. We're not all about accuracy. We're all about passion and excitement here. And basically, the album ends with this instrumental on a Yamaha piano and some strings coming. They're not real strings. Antony Kalugin's playing strings on his keyboard. It's a nice, calm, peaceful, but actually a very beautiful piece to end the album. So what is my score going to be here? Let me think. I'm giving this puppy 8.5. I really, really like it. Kalugin's on a hot streak. I really like his stuff. And I've heard that this one is going to be available on vinyl, so that's exciting. He's actually, starting to put some of his material out on vinyl, so I'm excited about that. Anyway, going to do a little something exciting tomorrow. Not going to mention it yet because, I'm not sure exactly which way I'm going to go. But anyway, Friday, make sure you fools check out the Prog Corner playlist over on Prog Radio. And then Sunday at 1 o'clock Eastern, we're doing the top 10 prog rock epics. Oh, it's going to be a great, great time where me and the panel discuss the greatest long-form tracks ever recorded, and that's Sunday. Anyway, I love you guys. Peace in the Middle East. Free Tibet, and God save King Chucky III. Save him! Save King Chucky! He's got the cancer, and he needs your thoughts and prayers. He needs your saving real bad, boys and girls. Bring that boy to America. We can save him real, real good. Send that boy to church on Sunday. He'll be all right. He can dance around with snakes. He'll be all right. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.